There is a massive update coming to Marvel Future Revolution in this new patch, and some heavy hitters are joining this unfolding story. I'm going to give y'all the 411 on what's happening with the updates, the new zones, and the new characters in this video, so stay tuned for all of the details. What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and this is Hero Culture, where I'm talking about the hero's journey in comic book movies and in games. I just started playing this game, Marvel Future Revolution, about a week ago, and it's already getting a huge update. The game had its global launch less than a month ago, but technically it's been available since the soft launch back in June. Well, after 3 weeks or 3 months, we're already gonna see the story expand along with the level cap, as agents are going to need to become more powerful to deal with the 3 newest threats that are going to be added to the game. So in my last video, I mentioned that there would be some kind of invasion event being led by Thanos, and as I predicted, this is not the same Thanos that's already in the game, but a Thanos from a different dimension. Epic Invasion is going to have 5 levels with progressively more difficult boss fights, and it's sounding like this is going to be the true in-game content for a little while. Something that I'm curious about is, well, why the artwork looks like the Mad Titan Thanos is holding a cosmic cube. That could explain why this one is so much more powerful. Epic Invasion of the Mad Titan is coming 2 weeks after the update, so that should give people a little bit of time to get powered up to take on Thanos. In the meantime, agents at level 100 and above will have their hands full with the ongoing story and the new region that's being introduced as part of the story. The new region is the Dark Domain, and if you're a Doctor Strange fan, then you know that means Dormammu is coming pretty much to absorb everyone's soul. So the Dark Domain seems to be split into 2 parts right now, the Twisted Border and the Land of the Exiled. The Twisted Border is a place full of powerful dark magic, and because of the convergence, a large number of people have found themselves trapped there. Scarlet Witch and Nico Minoru from the Runaways have been protecting the people there from the powerful dark magic present in the Twisted Border. Now, it's interesting to see Nico Minoru here because she's also going to be part of the cast in another Marvel Comics game, Midnight Suns, where Magic will also be part of that roster. Now, if you missed the announcement, Magic is also coming to Marvel Future Revolution, but she's not part of this update. And it sounds like the story happening in the Dark Domain is going to continue to unfold, and based on Magic's background, I have a feeling that she will be introduced as part of this story. Speaking of the story, I forgot to mention that the other zone making up the Dark Domain being released so far, the second area, Land of the Exiled, is the area bordering the Netherworld, and it is ruled by Mephisto. Besides basically being the gateway to hell, the Land of the Exiled is dangerous because Mephisto and Dormammu are in constant battle over control of the area. Now, as if that weren't enough, a new Blitz is being added, Chain of Abyss, where agents will have to battle the Dark Dimension core along with Dormammu and his 3 transformations during the fight. Now, because of the fight mechanics, it's sounding like this won't be a Blitz where players can use the autoplay feature, and because of some quality of life changes, players also won't be able to floor take the instance while more powerful team members complete it for them. So if you're interested in those changes to blitzes and raids, look, I'll post a link to the patch notes for you to read them, or you can check out some other Future Revolution videos where someone is literally reading the patch notes to you. Okay, the other news is that some characters are getting some much needed attention from the devs in attempts to balance the characters. It sounds like Storm, Star-Lord, and Captain America are getting some much needed attention. And out of those 3, look, I'm most interested in the Captain America changes, where it's sounding like he's about to become the premier expert at pulling off guard breaks. And it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in boss fights and in PvP. And since I mentioned PvP, there's some changes coming to the matchmaking in Omega War. Perhaps people who are already getting close to 900,000 in power won't be fighting free-to-play people who just hit level 100 and are severely underpowered compared to those whales out there. Also, there will be a PvE only channel for the Dark Zone, which is going to be the place for agents to gear up for that new content that's coming in this patch. There's quite a few other things in the patch notes, so again, check the video description for a link to read through them for yourself. The only other thing that caught my attention was the mention of this change to skill presets. Now, skill presets, if you're not familiar, are basically your build or your loadout, and the change is to put a button on the HUD to change your presets. Now, right now, this is only going to work when out of combat, but the devs said in the patch notes that they are ultimately looking for a way to change this while in combat. Other people are excited about this change because it means being able to say, like, change their PvP build quickly, or maybe they have a solo build and a team friendly build. Now, what I'm thinking about is if they really manage to get skill swapping to work in combat. Look, being a veteran from City of Heroes and Champions Online, look y'all, I'm used to having a lot of attack options. On a hybrid character like Captain America, I mean, imagine being able to go from a tanking build to a brawler build on the fly in the middle of the fight. Instead of having 4 attacks in your team buff, maybe you can get the defense and healing buff and have 8 attacks. And remember that a few of those are going to be guard breaking abilities, so you could just pull off guard break after guard break after guard break and just like keep a boss perma-stunned. On a character like Captain Marvel, you can have a build focused completely on her life form attacks and another that maybe mixes her super strength and photon attacks. Or you have a build for all 3 and swap on the fly, almost like jumping to a new hotbar on an MMO made for PC. So look, I'm not sure if what I'm suggesting is at all possible, but hearing that there's a button to swap builds with the goal to eventually have it work in combat, yo man, that's really exciting to me. I'm just saying, if you're giving me all of these powers, I want to be able to use all of them. I want to really feel like a superhero in this game. Plus, I mean, that means more options for gear to come later on down the line. Like, imagine gear that buffs multiple aspects of your character beyond what the regional gear boosts. It's just something to think about. But anyway, that's what's coming in the latest update to Marvel Future Revolution. But hey, what are you most excited to see in the game? Look, let me know down in the comments and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. Also, if you're over on Wakanda 2, that's over in the Southeast Asia region, look me up and give me a shout. I'm on Urban Acolyte, and if you're looking for a casual alliance to join, hey man, I got room in Hero Culture. That's the name of the alliance. Make sure to stay tuned here for more Future Revolution story videos and also MCU discussion videos. And if you missed it, look, check out my latest video on Marvel Future Revolution. But hey, thanks for hanging out to talk about superheroes and game stuff. And y'all keep on breathing, and I'll see you on the next video.